speed again, like really, really fast?
We're looking for food in the bins. Wonder what's inside me, inside me, inside me. I wonder what's inside me, inside me, inside me, inside me, inside me. I wonder what's inside me, inside me.
So, we're here at the Sewer Kids all day in Manchester at the Pier Hat, and I'm here with lovely Boom Raccoon. Hello, lovely beans. Nice to see you. Hello. Hello. So you guys have had a lot of gigs recently. I mean, as always, you've just done Bearded Theory, and you were supporting Apes the State, and then you also did Persons Unknown Fest here in Manchester. Ooh. So how's it all going? How's gigging at the moment?
Who wants to take that?
We can all take it in turns as well. It doesn't matter.
It's good.
Yeah.
We have actually made a conscious effort this year to gig less, and
How's that going?
really badly
Yeah.
because we love gigging and we love saying yes. We'll literally be in the van okay, we've decided, let's just try and take a little bit less on, and then we'll get something through, and we're like, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Literally, if we're free, we will play it.
Yeah.
It's going well.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Setting boundaries, smashing them.
It's good. It's all good. I mean, as long as you're all happy and having fun,
Exactly,
it's fine.
exactly.
And did you guys have a good time at Puff? How was Persons
It's
Unknown
amazing
Fest?
time at Pub.
Yeah. You had a good time?
It was just such a beautiful space, and when I say space, I mean the people that make it up, both the people who created it, but also just the people who are there. It's it fills me with the hope that for the squat scene and the radical scene in the UK, because it still does exist and it seems to be thriving in Manchester.
It's just getting bigger and bigger as well, in such a positive way. It was a good time. It was a good time. And you guys have also got a lot of things coming up. So you're doing a few shows at the moment with All Deep Ends, who have just signed on to TNS, I think. Yeah, which is also fucking sick.
I did not know that. Fucking hell.
I didn't know that until recently either. That's very cool, isn't it? So that's pretty good. And then, how many shows have you got with them? So you're in Bristol tomorrow, is it? And
that's our last one with them.
Is that?
We did Sheffield, and then Bradford at the 1 in 12, which is another fucking cool little anarchist space.
Is it?
They've been going for 40 years now. And it's one of the original anarchist social centres. So it was really lovely to be there with them.
Nice.
We're here at the Pier Hat today.
Yeah.
It's part of the Sewer Kids gig. And then we're at More Beer for a Fishlock Promotions gig.
Have you played there before?
We've played there once, right? Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I forget that?
It is a cute venue though. It's nice, isn't
It's
it?
really nice, yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to play in a tap house? It's like, oh, what's it going to be like? And it's like, oh, it's really a tap house.
Yeah.
There's like,
Yeah. No,
beer.
you're like, yeah. It's just there.
More
It's
beer.
like they've just moved some of the things so that you can play. It's like, we'll just put this aside. But nice beer though.
yeah,
You just get
and
a lot
it's
of nice
great
free
because
beer.
like you need more venues that size. Like venues
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are that size keep the music scene going. So it's kind of perfect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
It's a really
yeah.
good
Context, about 120, 150 people.
Yeah. It's still there's still a good amount of room in that venue. Like it is a good one. But you guys are also going to Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that about? Like how long are you there for? Is that like a bit of a tour or is it just one show?
2-week tour, Belgium and the Netherlands, and we've kind of been like fucking around in those places since when we weren't really a band. We
Yeah.
just like had just started playing music together and bored around, and like Noddy had met people through the Anarcho Folk Fest, and we like went and hung out with those people, and now they're our really good friends. So we're gonna go play a house show at a friend's house that we love, and then we've like picked up some other gigs, and we're just going to make like a 2-week tour of it, which is less than we would normally do. So we are trying to stick to our boundaries and
Well
just
done.
like smash out 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Belgium and the Netherlands.
That is true because I do remember for the last like 2 summers, there's definitely been a chunk where it's been like, I don't see like Noddy, Rosie, or Ron at all. Like, oh, they're just away in Europe doing their thing. Like, so that's nice. Like, it's a bit shorter, but still, you know, you get to go out there and do your bits. Like, that's cool. That's cool. But you guys are obviously like you're very conscientious about what you do as a band and the ways that and one of the ways that you do that is like your pricing of your merch and things like that. So you have like a sliding scale with a kind of pay what you can like attitude. Why do you think that is so important, like, for your band?
Sorry, I got really distracted by this giant gorilla. He's
I know that drove past before.
got an amazing bum.
He has
Get a
got a
picture
really
of the
good bum. Wow. That's amazing. I wonder what that's for.
It's just doing the rounds on the block.
That really is. That's the second time that's passed the pay hat. I'm so. Yeah, maybe they are. Yeah. Do you want? Yeah. Great. So, what? Do you want me to ask the question again?
Why is sliding scale important? I think.
Yeah, and things like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Like, one is that we want our stuff to be as affordable as possible, and so the bottom end of that is basically making no money on our merch. And that's also because, in some ways, being a DIY band, you are a t-shirt company whose advert is a 30-minute musical set.
Yeah.
Because that's
It is a way to look at it, isn't it? Saying it like that. Yeah.
you know, that's a bleak way to look at it, but it's also one angle, and we don't want to shy away from that. And so in creating our merch, we want to do as little damage as possible, because sweatshop labor is fucking shit, and the chemicals that are running into the water due to non-organic cotton is fucking shit and doing damage to the people who are making those garments. It's a horrible industry, and so as much as possible we want to be supporting companies that do less damage, which costs more money. So, you know, when we're paying like a tenner to have a shirt made, we know that not everyone can pay 20 quid to buy a shirt or whatever. So we want, if you've got a tenner, give us a tenner. And if you do have 15 or 20 quid, then if you can give us that helps us give the shirts away for basically,
Less. Yeah, and it's one of those things like you're shouting about anti-exploitation on stage. What's the point if you're not living that?
Yeah.
You know, in the merch that you sell and the way that you live your life. You know, I think that's a really good point.
Yeah, and I think creating a culture where like you have trust in the DIY scene, that people that have more can give more,
So
and
true.
like I'd much rather do a sliding scale where like the people that can afford to pay more do pay more, that you welcome them to pay more, and at the same time you say like, do you know what, if you've not got it, like, then have it, take it, like, there we can, I guess it's kind of like a form of like mutual aid where you're like, the people with more support the people with less, and like I want fucking everyone to have a t-shirt or a patch or whatever. And like it's always sticky when you're like, you know, ethics is at the heart of our music, so then how do you jump off stage and be like, right, buy my stuff, because you need to put fuel in the van, so you need to just build in these little like ethical loopholes where you can. try and fucking sleep at night.
I mean, and I think like you bringing up trust is such an important thing as well, because like with Riot Gun as well, putting on shows, like that was a real concern for us. It's like we want it to be accessible and affordable, and we want it to be accessible for everyone that doesn't have a lot of money, but then also accessible for people with neurodivergencies and disabilities and all that. So like we also do sliding scale for tickets, pay what you can afford, and we have personal assistance tickets. And that was really like nerve-wracking for us at the start, because it's a bit like, you know, this could be the last gig that we do if people don't.
Sustainable as well.
Exactly. But actually, I think you are right and what we found as well, you put that trust in people. If people can buy someone they don't know a ticket, they like, a lot of people do. Like, it's really, like, it is a really nice thing. And also, when we introduced our personal assistance tickets, not everyone that had disabilities or felt that they needed to bring someone did always get a free personal assistance ticket, because they still wanted to buy another ticket. And they gave us advice on how to make things more accessible. And like, it's just, if you put that trust in, most of the time I think it is given out again.
And we often question, like, I think that trust and the fact that if we just like had one price for merch, then I actually think in some ways you would end up with less money, because people appreciate that you've said to them, like, I trust you to give what you can afford, and people like give generously when they can from that. Like,
it brings like an authentic joy to a transaction that I feel that like very static capitalism removes.
So true.
Because I like when people, for example, they'll be like, oh, I want to buy a CD from you. Which one shall I get? Because we have two, and we package them in like milk cartons. They're CDRs that my mum got off Recycle, you know? Like, they're time consuming to make, but they cost us basically nothing, so we can just give them away. And I'll say, I think you should have both if you want both, and just pay me whatever you're going to pay me anyway. And people are always like, what? Like, at first confused, being like, no, I was going to give you a £5 for one CD, so I can't give you a £5 for two CDs. And it's like, no, if you will enjoy these, have them. I want you to have them, and that makes me feel great. And if you want to give me a £5, that feels great, thank you. And if you want to make it a tenner, that's great, but no need. And it I find that with this kind of like system, I go away feeling like really happy to have been like, take more patches, take more things, and people feel like that is reciprocal. People enjoyed buying shit from us. No, I think that's great. That's really good. I mean, and one of the things as well, just coming back to your merch, is that you guys also do like hot sauce and like vegan mayo and shit like that. Like, I mean, that's fucking sick. Is that just like you guys just make that and you're just like, fuck it, let's have it out? You're the Spice Weasel. I am the Spice Weasel,
You are the Spice Weasel.
I got really quite hooked on hot sauce at uni when I had fuck all money. More money than I had now, but it felt like I had fuck all money.
You were just more sad.
But I got to a point where I was being like, I'm buying this like
insane
expensive hot sauce that I'm then getting through in like days. And so I was like, I could probably make it myself. And I started making it myself. And then I was like, this is great.
Share it with the masses.
And then, you make a big bowl and give everyone hot sauce. And then now we do that at gigs sometimes.
I love that. It's so funny. It is brilliant. I mean, that's great. And as a band with a bit of experience in this, we slightly touched on this with you guys going to Belgium, and like you guys are away a lot as well. But you guys have a lot of experiences in this. Is there any advice that you would give to British bands wanting to tour Europe? Or any things that you
better.
But you got to get there first. That's the thing, though. Like, it is great once you're out there, but the difficulty now is getting there and being able to do that. You know, do you have any advice for that? Or
before you maybe answer with like proper advice, just to clarify, like. When I say it's better, there are lots of lovely things about touring in Europe that are much, you get more often places to stay and things cooked for you and like money and things. But also what is beautiful about the UK scene that we absolutely love is the fact that there isn't money in it at all, and yet it is thriving. And it means that the people who are putting on these shows and who are coming to these shows really fucking love it. And it is beautiful in that respect, in a way that it's basically harder to be a band in the UK, and so for the people involved in the scene, like you lot, like all the people at this gig today, like They fill us with joy.
It is good. It's just because there is more actual legislation and monetary support in Europe to do that. That's why people can
It's a really different system out there, and there is a lot more funding in the music scene, and it seems like there's a lot more like people who like promoting as their job. They're paid by a venue or something, and just like, especially in Germany, like we play a lot of like hat shows in Germany where it's just like, it's free to get in, but we'll pass a hat round. And when that happens in the UK, like there's just a different culture. Like in Germany, people are like throwing notes, and they're used to like paying a lot to see a live band. And the culture's different. But I don't know what advice I have for getting out there, because we're lucky that we have a van and Ren's happy to drive on the other side of the road, and we just kind of jump in and go and meet people and make friends along the way, really.
I think one of the things really is being a nice person. It gets you really far. Just be nice, get to know people, ask advice. Like, I think that's the only thing that, from talking to other bands that have been in Europe, is like, just know people, and hopefully there's people that will give you somewhere to stay, or say that again.
Drop us a message.
Drop me a message. Yeah.
We've got some contacts.
Yeah.
They're all lovely folk.
And some of our like closest friends out in Belgium, we like met at Manchester Punk Festival. Like we just like hung out and was like, who are you? Let's have fun. And then we just have like been friends with them ever since. And now they're like really, really close friends, and they live on a different fucking continent. And
it's great, isn't it?
Get drunk, make friends, stay in touch.
That's the next
So
t-shirt.
friends.
Just
That's
chatting.
not what we've done.
Just chatting. That's the vibe. But yeah, just as like a last kind of thing, what have you guys? What else is coming up? Have you guys got any new music coming up, or are you actually like putting some time aside to actually rest, or what's the plan?
We really, really, really want to record, but we've been saying that since 2020. We were out in Europe like a week away from recording an album, and then obviously COVID happened. And then we've just we've had like a few different times that we were going to record since then, and it keeps going wrong. So I'm holding back from saying, we're going to record some new stuff, because we've been saying that every single year, but like, we're going to record some new stuff.
You guys are so busy with fucking gigging. Like, I don't know when you would. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fair.
I'm just really grateful to people that like come out and see us and listen to our stuff, because like it's really shit recorded. We're really, really grateful to have something recorded, but sometimes I'm like, you're listening to that? So thank you, everyone.
Oh my God, always. It's like the last thing, whenever I'm at like a party or at someone's gaff, and the last thing that's put on is like, just put some fucking Boom Boom Raccoon on. Yeah, sick. Great. Yeah. Chill out, listen to some BBR,
Well, nice.
And do you guys get any time to rest, or is it like, is your whole summer pretty packed still, or still pretty packed?
It's medium. Rosie's got work at Glastonbury, so we've got 3 weeks off. Well, you haven't. You've got work.
These two have got some time off. Yeah.
I also need to work then, because I spent my last money on tattoos.
Fair. I mean, it happens to all of us. Like, it's fine. But you just need more money to get more tattoos. That's the next thing.
I mean, pretty much. Just like enough money to get some hot sauce ingredients, to then make some hot sauce, to then...
It's a beautiful cycle. I love it. Well, gorgeous people. It's been lovely to chat with you, and that's all I have for us today. But excited to see your set. Excited to see you constantly over the next few months. It's always brilliant. Thank you for coming and chatting today. It's been really nice.
Thanks for having us.
No worries, guys.
Piece of paper.